I remember lying awake at night, staring at the ceiling, feeling money hover above me like a low, unmoving cloud. Nothing was technically wrong, yet every thought about tomorrow carried a faint, constant hum of unease. Most people believe that feeling confident with money only arrives once the numbers finally get big enough. We tell ourselves that calm lives somewhere beyond a higher salary, a promotion, or a sudden windfall. But there is a quieter threshold where anxiety drops, long before wealth ever enters the room. It happens the moment money stops feeling like a mystery and starts behaving like a mapped space. Imagine walking through a dark house, then flipping a switch and watching familiar shapes appear. The furniture never changed, but your body relaxes because your eyes finally know where to step. Financial confidence works the same way, not by adding more furniture, but by turning on the light. Scarcity shrinks your attention until every decision feels urgent and emotionally loaded. Control widens that attention, letting you see tomorrow without your chest tightening. When you know where money flows, you stop reacting to it like a sudden noise behind you. Bills become scheduled trains instead of surprise collisions on the tracks. Groceries, rent, and subscriptions line up like labeled boxes instead of loose items rolling around. The daily question shifts from panic to choice, and that alone changes your posture. Small decisions stop draining you because the rules were already written yesterday. Automation becomes a quiet machine, humming in the background, lifting weight you no longer carry. An emergency buffer sits like a shock absorber, softening bumps before you feel them. Clear spending lanes guide money forward, the way guardrails guide a car through fog. Once those systems exist, your mind stops scanning constantly for danger. Math then slips in unnoticed, doing patient work while emotions finally rest. Compounding looks boring on paper, but in motion, it resembles a snowball, gaining weight downhill. Each consistent action adds a thin layer, invisible today, but undeniable with time. Progress becomes measurable, not emotional, and that steadiness builds trust in yourself. You start identifying as someone who plans, not someone who hopes. Habits stick because they align with who you believe you are becoming. Money choices feel less like tests and more like routines you already know. That calm confidence quietly leaks into your work and conversations. You negotiate differently when rent is covered and tomorrow feels handled. Opportunities look safer when your foundation does not wobble beneath them. You can say no without fear, and yes without desperation. Career moves begin to resemble chess instead of checkers. Opportunity cost becomes visible, like doors glowing while others gently dim. You think in trade-offs rather than impulses, seeing time as a partner. Big decisions slow down, gaining gravity instead of speed. This is where many people accidentally sabotage themselves. They treat early calm as permission to abandon the systems that created it. The lights get turned off again, not by disaster, but by neglect. Confidence fades when structure dissolves, even if income keeps rising. The real milestone was never the number, but the consistency behind it. Long-term thinking stretches your timeline beyond the next paycheck. Setbacks shrink when viewed from farther away. Temporary stress stops masquerading as permanent failure. You realize stability is not rigidity, but flexibility supported by preparation. Money becomes a tool you trust, not a force you fear. Days feel lighter because fewer decisions demand emotional energy. Sleep comes easier when tomorrow already has a plan. The future stops shouting and starts speaking at a reasonable volume. Confidence shows up as calm breathing, rather than loud optimism. You move through stores, emails, and offers without feeling pulled apart. Systems quietly filter noise before it reaches your attention. This calm is earned daily, not achieved once. It renews itself every time money does what you expected. Trust grows because your past decisions keep proving reliable. Even uncertainty feels manageable when your base is solid. Wealth may amplify this feeling later, but it never creates it. The emotional state arrives first, built from clarity and control. You stop waiting for permission to feel secure. Money anxiety loosens its grip as predictability replaces guessing. Confidence becomes something you practice, not something you chase. Each month adds another brick to a structure you can stand on. The noise fades not because life is quiet, but because you are grounded. Financial confidence reveals itself as steadiness under motion. You can move faster precisely because the floor no longer shakes. The calm does not announce itself, but you notice it everywhere. It lives in how you decide, pause, and proceed. This is not about being rich, but about being oriented. Once oriented, you stop drifting and start navigating. The map was always available, waiting for attention. And when you hold the map, the journey finally feels like yours.